I am currently in the middle of an extended fast right now. I've decided, after much conviction over my diet and just watching how it looked over the past 2 months, I really feel that I need to be on the Lion diet. I'm starting with a fast to kind of just have a full body and mind reset and really just change my mindset around this whole thing, because I definitely made several mistakes in my first attempt, and I'm looking to do it a better way this time. I have a plan, and thanks to a lot of comments I got from a lot of you, I have better ideas about how to approach it this time. So I really appreciate the feedback that I got. Now I'm going for round 2. I'm actually excited this time. I feel different about it. I think maybe last time I was jumping the gun and I wasn't really as committed to staying with a pure carnivore approach, but my health recently has really made it very apparent that I need to take it more seriously. You know, I've been eating pretty much animal-based this whole time, but I've been including other things in my diet or feeling more lenient with things, especially when we're around other people. And so right now I'm really looking back and seeing that that was just a little too lenient, and my health has not been its best. My digestion has been all over the place. I haven't been as constipated, so that's good to know, but I've still had like pain in my intestines. Like sometimes it's a sharp pain. I've had lots of indigestion. It really would depend on the day. I know my health has not been at its best. My energy has been a little up and down too. For all of those reasons, I really am I'm taking this seriously. I'm gonna document more of this journey this time for everyone. I think it's important to share and show, and I'm gonna show as many of my meals as I can, and maybe a few recipes, you know, as much as a recipe can be. I will let you know how long this fast is when I decide. I'm currently on day 2. I have not decided if I will go for 60 hours or 72 hours. We'll see. Maybe 48, but I don't want to eat just because I feel like eating. I want to feel like I'm satisfied with the fast and like I've really got my mind in the right place. I'll let you know how long the fast ends up being, but that is where I'm at right now. It is round 2 with the Lion diet. First meal to break the fast. Some lamb. again. This time it's going to be for an unspecified amount of time because for one thing, I don't want my husband to feel the financial pressure to keep up with it if it gets too expensive. Right now we've got tons of beef. I even have a little bit of lamb. That's actually what I broke my 48-hour fast with some lamb. It's supposed to be a little easier on your stomach than beef. Then I also had a little bit of that roast beef that I made. That was last night that I broke it, and then I just had some roast beef for lunch today. Another reason I don't want to specify the amount of time is because I feel like last time, that was one of the mistakes that I made where I was fixated on the finish line rather than the journey itself. I just want to go with it, and I already feel really good. After that fast, I feel incredible and totally renewed, and I just have a different approach that I'm gonna take this time. I feel a lot more committed. I've been feeling really convicted over my diet problems. At least the past few weeks, it's sort of been a process. It's like it started at a smaller amount of conviction where it was just like, okay, let me just make sure I'm eating foods that are compliant with keto or whatever. And then it just kept getting to the point where it's like, now I know how to make all of these treats, and it just became too indulgent. I tried following the ketovore lifestyle and I didn't take the right approach. I feel like the reins were loosened too much, and if I'm really gonna heal this deep wound and attachment that I have to food, then I need to really take it seriously and, you know, really get strict and train myself to totally shift my perception of food and the relationship that I have with food. This is the best thing for me individually, and I feel like most people that have those food addictions and just struggle with anything in their diet, considering doing something like this at least for a few months is really going to be the best thing for you, you know. But the mindset you have going into it is also so important, and so you have to remember why you're doing it. You have to remind yourself some days it's going to be harder than others. So far, I'm feeling great. Beef is delicious! Beef is delicious. So I am getting plenty of joy out of eating right now, and I look forward to how this is going to transform me both inside and out. I'm starting at 75 kilos. I think I got down briefly to 73 kilos. That was amazing, but it didn't stick, and I've been hovering at 75 for a little while now, so I'm excited to see that go down. My goal is to get in the 60s and go from there. I think my ultimate goal weight would be in the 140 pounds, maybe lower depending how my body looks at that point. You know, I really want to frame it around how I look and how I feel. So my plan for this time is to have a bit more liver. I've got tons of liver in the freezer, and so that will help me supplement in meals. And then also try and get more fat, which I'm a lot more fat adapted now and my body craves it more, so I'm having an easier time eating it. I have lots of beef tallow in the freezer, and I've been crisping it up and making beef cracklings that I will eat along with my food, especially because the big cut of meat that we got is a top sirloin. It was 13 pounds of top sirloin, and there's a significant amount of fat on there, but there was silver skin under the fat, so I had to remove the fat layer to get the silver skin, and so now I have that fat separately and there's not as much fat in the meat. So what I will be doing is just adding beef trimmings and beef tallow to my meals to help me get more fat. I've already noticed such a difference when I consume more fat, so I think that is definitely going to help me. And since I want to prioritize nutrients, I'm gonna make sure to have liver probably a few times a week. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to go based on how I feel, how it affects me, if I notice any differences when I have it. And so that's really the main thing. I've also got a lot more whole cuts of meat. I have a hard time with ground beef. Now, I could see it as being more of a side if I need to put things together to make a meal. I could eat it as a side, maybe as some burger patties. But I don't feel satiated as much, and it seems to give me a lot more heartburn. So I'm having more whole cuts of meat. I'm gonna try just focusing on eating the meat and just eating like the real meat, because that's what I crave, is just like a big, thick, juicy piece of meat. And I think that's gonna make a big difference too. You know, if I find ground beef at the store and it sounds good, I'm sure I'll have it and add it to some meals, but I think I made a huge mistake by having a lot of ground beef last time. That was too hard for me. Some people may do really well with it. I think I'm going to feel a lot better by making stews, roast beef, and steaks. And I'm also going to be making some tallow bars, which I will be sharing how I do that, so stay tuned. It'll be similar to pemmican. I don't know if it would be exactly the same since I don't really have a dehydrator. That is my plan. That is my game plan. And of course, making sure I get tons of water, and got some of this delicious mineral sparkling water. All we were getting before was sparkling water we can find at the store, and I found this online. It was on sale for New Year's holiday, so I got some, and oh my god, it's so smooth, it's so delicious. It tastes so much better. The stuff that we can find at the store, it's got like a bitter bite to it. This is so smooth, and you can taste the minerals in it. I don't think any of the stuff at the store even has minerals, but you can really taste the minerals in this, and it just feels so nutritious. So I'm loving it a lot. I'm prioritizing good quality water. Yes, that's true. That's another difference I'm doing this time. Making sure to have good quality water. So things like real sparkling water with minerals, things like having our water filter now. I already feel a huge difference just from drinking from a filter rather than the tap, and I think not enough people realize how important that is, especially for health. There's so much crap in tap water, and trust me, I used to be someone who didn't care about it. When everyone was going crazy over it, I thought it was ridiculous, and that, you know, water is water, and even if it has a few extra things, it couldn't be that bad. And I was dead wrong in that, and it was more of I didn't care, and I thought people were just a little overkill. But then as I learned more and more about water quality, I started emphasizing getting my nutrition from water, because the water you get through the tap, it's been purified so much and it has all these chemicals in it now, but what's happened is they've taken out the minerals that you would normally get in water. Like humans naturally would be drinking water from the ground, from rivers, from all over, and they would have minerals in them. But these ones, they take the minerals out and they just put in chemicals that harm our bodies. And so water quality matters. There are minerals you need to be getting from water. I am also going to focus on chewing more times when we're eating, because that's actually one of the biggest things people do wrong for their gut these days, is eating too fast and not chewing enough, and then it puts more strain and stress on your body to break it down even more. I think overall just trying to be more intentional with my eating and just really focus on healing my gut. That's the main focus. Number 1 is gut healing. Number 2 is getting my weight in a good balanced place. That is the goal, and I'm excited to do it. Do you like my shirt? This was a Christmas gift me and my husband got for ourselves. I am the rib roast, and he's got the sirloin shirts. I really wanted some fun steak shirts, so I'm glad we got to do it. I love this. So I have currently not had coffee for 4 days now, I think. And I feel good. I didn't feel any withdrawal symptoms. I might have had a very slight headache, but I don't think I was at the point of being addicted again. Here I am, no coffee, I'm doing it the right way, just water. I kind of had a realization when I think about, I get bored of just drinking water. And then when I was thinking about that, I was like, what a privileged position to be in. All of humanity has always drank water, and then maybe some alcohol and wine or whatever for more thousands of years. But I mean, water is what we're supposed to be drinking all these sodas and lemonades and teas, I mean, they're really not natural. And maybe they're better as occasional treats or something because, I mean, we can make them, but that is not what we need to be drinking. So I'm gonna try and be happy with water. We'll see how that goes too. But I will say, I'm not someone who's gonna quit coffee forever. I don't see that happening, but I think having it every day is a problem. So I might just occasionally partake. But of course, while I'm doing this strict lion diet, I'm definitely not gonna have any coffee. So just giving a little update there.